India's vast mainland suggests varied rainfall patterns and terrains. This has led to the birth of various water conservation techniques designed according to the region's water reception levels and forms of water quality. So, over a long time period and different region based technological developments, India has seen a bunch of innovation. Let's start with 3 millennium BC, where in Balochistan and Kutch, we have evidences of dams built of stone and rubble. The Indus Saraswati civilization from 3000 to 1500 BC has had houses that conserve rainwater runoffs. In Kautilya's Arthashastra, during Chandragupta Maurya's rule, we have evidences of dams, lakes, and water harvesting systems for irrigation. Shringanerapura near Allahabad has had sophisticated water harvesting systems using Ganga's floodwaters. The still functional Grand Anicut, built by Karikala Chola in the 2nd century AD, diverts Kaveri's water for irrigation purposes. The largest artificial lake was built by King Bhoja of Bhopal in the 11th century AD. In 12th century AD, Kashmir had developed well-maintained irrigation systems, and this was described in the Rajtaranama. So we see that India has had various water conservation techniques for a very long time. But what is interesting to note is how India's terrain has shaped these techniques. Necessity is the mother of all inventions, and therefore unique techniques exist in various regions of India. The northern region has techniques like zinc and khatri. Zinc was developed in Ladakh, which receives water in the form of ice. Ice is collected, and the water formed by evening from the melted ice is stored in tanks called zinc. This is then used the next day for irrigation purposes. Khatris are seen in rocky mountainous terrains. These are reservoir structures carved out of hard rock to conserve rainwater. The northeast region has techniques like bamboo drip irrigation and zabo. The ingenious bamboo drip irrigation developed in Meghalaya taps in spring water and other streams using cut bamboo pipes. These are then channeled to required locations. Zabo, which means impounding runoff, is a technique developed in Nagaland. Here, the runoff is collected in mid-terrain of a hill by embankments.
আমি গ্র্যান্ডমাদার একটা বড় শিকারি দিয়েছে বলকে না এটি করব নদী তো নাই ইয়াতে রাস্তা ওচৰ খানটো হলে নদীতে পানী নাওলাই খালি পানী গিৰি ৰাখিব আৰু ৰাস্তাতে পানী আহা লাগা লাইন ছোট ছোট কৰি কিনে কি ও দাবা ডাঙৰ একটা খুন্দি কিনে ৰাখিব তাতে control karabo tate braru lagne kheti.
The Katas, Mundas and Mundas from east are earthen embankments built in accordance to water drainage patterns to procure runoffs. Karambu from south is a temporary dam built of brushwood, mud and grass. It is horizontally built across the mouth of the channels. Johad and Tankas are conservation techniques observed from the west.
For millennia, Rajasthan's farmers met their food needs with year-round irrigated agriculture. They got the most out of every drop of rainfall by building small earthen dams, called johads, which captured rainwater. Water from the ponds formed by these dams seeped down through the ground into the aquifer below, which protected it from evaporating away under the hot sun. This underground water recharged Rajasthan's rivers and wells, providing enough of the precious liquid to sustain people, animals, and crops such as wheat, beans, and mustard throughout the year.
Rapat from Central Highlands is a percolation tank with a bund to impound rainwater flowing through a watershed and wastewater to dispose of the surplus flow. The difference in physiography, topography, rock types, and rainfall meant that the tribes in the different islands followed different methods of harvesting rain and groundwater in the Great Nicobar Islands. The Shom Pen tribals made full use of topography to harvest water. In lower parts of the undulating terrain, bunds were made using logs of hard bullet wood, and water would collect in the pit so formed. A full length of bamboo is cut longitudinally and placed along a gentle slope, with the lower end leading into a shallow pit. These serve as conduits for rainwater, which is collected drop by drop in pits called jackwells. Throughout all regions, there are recurring techniques like dugout tanks, constructed tanks, river channels, canals, wells, dams, etc. But from each technique's working and origin, we see that technology is developed by combining the knowledge of terrain and climate with knowledge of materials available. The requirement of water conservation techniques was tackled by innovation brought out by the harmony of science and technology.